Morning, everybody. I wish I was doing this in person, but here we are digitally again. Just a really quick video, just introduction to this number set called integers. And integers are a lot like whole numbers, except for they include the negative parts. We're used to the positive integers. Now we're going to introduce the negative ones, like -7, -8, -4, those kind of things. And you're already a bit of an expert in those things because, when you talk about temperature, we talk about negatives all the time, or we talk about elevation, we have positive elevation or negative elevation. That would be below sea level, right? That'd be in the negatives. Or your bank account, if you happen to have a bank account and you had $5 in there and you spent $10, you'd be at -5. So you already know these things. Probably one of the key concepts for today is, can be shown on a number line. The comparison of integers, positive and negative integers. And on a number line, you can see that 0, kind of my starting point for today, is right here in the middle of my number line. Now both directions go on infinitely. As I go to the larger, this is the confusing part, the larger integers, my value gets smaller, right? So as I go from -1 to -2 to -3 to -4, the value of those numbers actually gets smaller. And I guess the best way to think about that would be even in terms of dollars. If you have $0, that's better than -8, because if you have -8, you owe something to somebody. Even temperature, for those of us that love nice warm temperature, 0 is fully better than -8. And the same is true for this direction, right? As you increase, and you know this already, as you go up the number line into the positives, your values get larger, okay? So that's a lot of that first page. The chapter 3 integer introduction looks like this. I put it on the website. You can just read through these things, and A says indicate whether each would result in a positive or negative value. And spending $15, well, that might be a positive experience, but it's gonna be a -15, right? Because you've lost $15, you've given $15. Climbing a mountain, you're going up, so that's positive, right? Falling off a ladder, that's negative for all kinds of different reasons. And you can, work your way through this page. The section B is the same, only section B gives value to it. Like losing $10, that would be -10, right? Finding a $100 bill, well, that'd be +100, at least for you, it would be. So you can work your way through this. C says graph the following on a number line. That just means drawing a number line, and I'll maybe do this in pen and then graph it in pencil. And when you graph +6, you just find +6 and you circle it. That's just graphing it, okay? The next page, more of the same, just more introduction, some positives, some greater than, less than. Now remember, -8 is less than 1, right? Even though 8 and 1, 8 seems larger, but because it's in the negatives, the value is smaller, okay? So as you struggle with these, or if you struggle with these, some of you won't at all, this is not new stuff. If you do, draw yourself a number line, and then you can refer back to it, okay? That's about it for an introduction. You can work your way through the first couple pages. If you don't have access to this, then you don't. You can look at it online, and if you don't have access to that, that's okay. This is not the end of the world. My biggest thing for you guys is, I want you to stay safe. I want you to feel connected still. And if you want to, get ready for that fractions quiz, we will have it hopefully next week when we're all back together again. We've already done a bunch of those quizzes, so you're pretty familiar with the idea of, or with the adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, fractions, mixed numbers. But I want to have a quiz on that before the end of term. But if you're looking for work to do, you can work your way through this package. I'll post another video tomorrow. This stuff is really simple. Once we get into adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, there's a few more concepts that we need to talk about. But for today, that's it. Have a really good day. Stay safe. I hope that everybody's, nice and warm in their home with lots of good junk food to eat. And if you have any questions, let me know. Remember, we're going to do a Google Meet today if you want to come and say hi and just chat and see what's up. I don't have a lot of information to share because I don't have a lot of information, but I will share everything I have with you. Keep checking in with the website, Google Classroom, watch the emails. You can always email me and ask any questions you have. Take care, everyone. Bye.